Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Have you ever got a cookery book for Christmas and put it away, forgotten about it, never used it, and then started feeling guilty you've now used it? I've done that a few times myself. I got this book for Christmas, Just Soup it's called, and we're nearly in April and I still haven't cooked anything from it. So I'm going to put that to rights this evening and I'm going to make a soup. So let's find out which one it is. Beer, bread and cheese. Three of my favourite things. Hopefully three of your favourite things too. I'm quite used to eating them together. But what happens if you actually combine them? That's what I'm going to find out. I'm going to make a beer bread soup with cheese added. And it's a Swiss recipe, Swiss Alpine recipe. I think there's something similar from Denmark as well. Something called Rye Bread, which means beer bread. Again, a mixture of bread, rye bread and beer. And not sure if they use cheese in that one, but this Swiss one, they definitely go for cheese in it as well. So let's get on with it. So this is everything you're going to need. Some rye bread, beer. You can use either lager or golden ale. This is a Scottish golden ale. Beef stock. Preferably make your own stock. I'm being lazy. I'm just using the stock cubes. Double cream. Chives. And cheese. Preferably a Swiss cheese like Gruyere I have here. Or even better, Raclette cheese, which I couldn't get hold of, but apparently that imparts a really distinctive flavour. And of course, salt and pepper to taste. Okay, let's get on with it. Okay, so the first thing we're doing is cutting the bread into cubes. I put all the measurements down below, but you're going to need 300 grams of rye bread. That's approximately, that's 4 of these fairly thin slices. So just cut up into, not cubes, but small pieces like this. Now we're going to add the bread in with the beer. So I'm going to put it in here because we're going to blend it a bit later on. So let's just put in all this bread. Okay, and then add the beer. This is a 500ml bottle. I'm not putting the whole lot in. I'm adding about 33 centilitres, 330 mils of beer. Okay, so we need to allow that. Let's just add a little bit more beer in here, just to top it up a bit more. We need to allow this to soak for half an hour. While that's soaking, let's prepare some of the rest of this. We want to cut up the Gruyere cheese into small cubes. Okay, that's the cheese done. Not exactly regular size, but that's okay. We're not on MasterChef here. And okay, the next thing is this chives. Okay, chives, best thing to do is just to snip them like this. I washed them first, gave them a quick rinse. Handful of chives. Okay. Now we just need to make the stock. As I say, it's beef stock I'm using here. I guess you could use vegetable, but beef stock's recommended for this. And there we have the stock. So that's everything prepared. I would just need to wait a bit longer for the beer to soak into the bread. I'm going to give it another 20 minutes. Okay, so the beer has now soaked for at least half an hour, probably more like 45 minutes. And we just need to give it a quick blend. Oh. Okay, that should be fine. So I'm putting the stock into the pan. Now I'm adding the beer and bread mixture into the stock. And we're going to let that simmer for about 15 minutes. Okay, so that's been simmering away nicely for about 15 minutes. All we need to do now is add a bit of cream. Really generous glug of cream here. Stir that in. And add the chives. Just give that a stir for a while. Now we've got the cheese, but that's I'm going to add that to the bowl itself. So I'm just going to stir that for another minute and then we'll serve it. Okay, let's serve this up. Unfortunately, my soup bowl is a little on the shallow side, but never mind. I guess there's enough here for three people. I mean, it's probably going to be quite filling. So then you just need to add the cheese. It's probably about enough for this. Just stir that in a bit. So, time to taste it. Got no idea what this is going to be like. It's kind of strange looking and it smells interesting. Doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like you'd expect soup to smell like. It's almost got a kind of porridge smell to it, but an alcoholic porridge. That makes it sound bad, but it's not. Well, let's taste it. Looks a bit like Rye Bread. Well, it's nice. I like it. It's very rich and hearty. It's definitely a winter soup. This. Don't be serving it up in the middle of summer. The cheese started melting immediately, so it's got the taste of the cheese, but it's not, it's not a cheese soup. There's just a bit of cheese added. Really taste the beer. Yeah, it's great. It'd be perfect for having after you come home after like a long winter's walk. I can see why they have it in the Alps. It'd be amazing after you've been hiking the Alps. Yeah, the chives give it a bit of a lift as well. See, now the cheese is melting. Okay, so that's it. The beer, bread, Swiss beer, bread and cheese soup. Hope you enjoyed this, and any questions, comments, feel free to post them below. Thank you. Okay, so having made and tasted this soup, I liked it, but I think it could have come out better, so there's a few corrections I'd like to say at the end of the video, just in case I don't get around to making it again. First thing, it was too thick. So I think one reason is I used double cream, and actually you could probably just use milk or single cream. Secondly, although I simmered it, I think I did reduce the soup somewhat, so that's why I end up being, I boiled off the alcohol basically to some extent, so it ended up being a bit thicker. And thirdly, I think the beer to bread ratio, I could have gone a bit higher on the beer or less on the bread. So bear those things in mind when you make it. Also, you get a strong flavour from the cheese and the bread, so don't use a beer that has too strong a flavour. I used this Austrian Golden Ale, which is a lovely beer, but I actually thought maybe I should have used something like a lager, which was not as strong a flavour. And then the third thing I'd say is, this is a really heavy soup. Don't on no account serve it up as a starter. It's not really intended for that kind of thing. It's much more a sort of winter warmer when you've, as I said before, like you've been out for a walk or you need some energy. If you gave it to people in a dinner party for starters, they wouldn't be able to eat the main course because it's really heavy and filling. But apart from that, I thought it was great, and I've got a lot more recipes to try in that book. So let's find out what else we can make. Thanks for watching.